Good morning, Western Victoria, and welcome to the morning show on this Tuesday, the 10th of April. Now, here's your host, Fred Fargo. You're looking very smart for Passover, Fred.
He really is a cheeky devil, there's no doubt about him. Thank you, Jack, very much indeed. Nice to have your company on this Tuesday morning, wherever you are, right across our part of the state. An important morning for people down around the southwest. The name Fletcher Jones, everybody thinks of as synonymous with Warrnambool. You go down there, it's still a big tourist attraction, the gardens, the Fletcher Jones factory. We're doing a story on Fletcher Jones this morning. The Easter Jazz Festival in Ballarat is going to be well and truly covered. In fact, we're going to open with some particularly good trad jazz music from a group of blokes who are really well known around town and further than town too. 3 LPs to their name, the Golden City Jazz Band with Chattanooga Stomp. Oh, great stuff. Thank you, guys, very much indeed. With a little bit of luck, we'll have another number later on. It's amazing how infectious that music is. Pat Coop you'll be meeting later on. You were having an absolute carnival over there, weren't you? The feet are going. It has become the most prestigious festival of jazz in Australia. And if you're a vague lover of any sort of music, I guess most people, as was Pat with the trad jazz number at the beginning of the show, you can't help but love this form of music. The footage you're looking at is from last year's festival, and of course it's become the biggest thing here in town from very simple beginnings. And obviously there are jazz musicians, trad jazz musicians, right around Australia who gravitate to Ballarat around Easter to enjoy the music and the camaraderie of fellow traditional jazz players. And joining me this morning we have Don Lockett on my immediate left, and Herb Jennings, who a lot of you will remember, who has played in this studio 5,000,007 times, I think. This is the 5,000,008th coming up. Why is it? What's happened, Don? What made it take off? Because it's only run the past few years. It's not like it's been going for 25 years or 30 years.
No, it's our 5th year, Fred. But it's been a slow growth rate.
Has it?
Yeah.
I thought it just went pow.
No.
It seemed to take off with a rush right from the first moment.
It's just been a gradual increase each year.
Is it really?
Yeah. I think our music's like that. You know, we do a fair amount of advertising, but I think when you get down to the bottom line, it's word of mouth.
Yeah. And just what happened before,
Exactly
to see people sit there and the toes going, etc. They can't help themselves with it.
I think that's it.
But Herb, what's the coup this year? You seem to come up with something every year, if there is one.
Try to, Fred, yeah. This year, the Red Onion Jazz Band from the 60s and early 70s have reformed especially for us. So they're all guys who are getting on a little bit now, but they've reformed to play the same sort of music that they were playing then. And,
so does it mean that popularity of traditional jazz fluctuates? It sort of raises and lowers, etc., or is it always there and it's just that you need a festival like this to bring it to people's attention?
Yeah, I think you've cracked it there. It's always there, but it's a sort of an underground thing a lot of the time. Some people say, you know, there's a resurgence of trad jazz. Well, yeah, it's only a resurgence in interest. It's always there.
Yeah,
There
go
are
to
always
New
bands
Orleans,
playing in clubs and things. Yeah, that's right. And I think it seems to be these days that a festival will attract many more people than say just a band playing.
Right. Yeah. Well, more leisure time, all those things. Now you've got one venue this time around, Don. You're localising the whole thing.
Yes. Well, last year we ran at the BCAE and we had a few comments from some of our local people. It was a bit far to drive out, so this year we decided to come in a bit closer, and we're at the old Ballarat Village.
Yes.
It's the conference centre and accommodation, of course, for our out-of-town people. The venue we think is better, acoustically better. It's all together, and our people like to be in the one place and just move around from venue to venue.
Does that happen? I mean, do the guys get together and just jam out in the grounds and things like that?
Part of that happens, yeah, but as well as that, we have programmed music all throughout the
which
weekend.
is open to the public.
Yeah, it's all open to the public. The public can come in and buy a day pass or a half-day pass.
Right.
Yeah.
And just sit and enjoy.
Well, there's over 80 hours of jazz throughout the weekend.
A lot, isn't it? Yeah.
It swings for the whole 4 days.
I bet it does. It really jumps, yeah. So it kicks off when?
Friday midday.
Friday midday, and goes through until?
About 1 o'clock Tuesday morning.
Yeah, right. You have the big finale thing, the big
We
bash.
have a down-and-out night.
Yeah.
Everybody feels like it by then.
And that winds it up.
Yeah, people get dressed up. Yeah.
Speaking of winding it up, how'd you like to tear over there? Because I want you to finish the show out for me with some music. Can you do that?
Yeah,
all right. Let me just do the commercial then. If you're interested in jazz, while the blokes dash over. Thank you, Rosser, for taking the time to let us be a part of your day. The oldest teenager in the business, Ron Rosser, is with us this morning on drums. Okay. If you're going to come to Ballarat, you won't be able to help but be involved in the jazz festival. As the boys said, it is a case, as the bloke said, it takes place at Ballarat's old village, the old Ballarat village here in Ballarat, and it really is the best time, and the music is, as you've heard already, and we're going to take the show out with some more. Just quickly, tomorrow, Hamilton Photographic Exhibition, we have some debutante gear that we're going to take a look at, and we draw our comp, okay, that's tomorrow. But here's the jazz sound of the Golden City Jazz Band.
I'm talking about you and me, and I'm hoping that you'll come back to me. I'm lonely as I can be, and I'm waiting for your company, and I'm hoping that you'll come back to me. Now, why you